everybody, welcome back to my Project 13. This is the early morning vlog. Thanks for coming on by, hanging out with me this morning for a few. If it's your first time coming on by, thanks for stopping in, checking out what's going on here on my Project 13. If you like it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and share on all your social media. And if you are part of the early morning crew, there are that group of you that come in and hang out with me during these early morning vlogs. Yeah, there is a regular group, and I dig that. And then there's those of you that come on later on, sometime during the day, and you watch, and I appreciate you as well. Samsung Galaxy Note 9 is here. Pre-orders are up. Are you getting it? Are you staying pat? You're fine right where you're at. I didn't mean for that to rhyme. Razer Phone 2 at the end of the year may be sporting the Qualcomm Snapdragon 855. We'll still have that 120 Hz refresh rate, but that's all we know right now. But I'm excited to at least get that tidbit of news. Got that earlier this week and I shared it with all of you. ZTE Axon 9/9 Pro going to be coming most likely towards the end of the year as well. ZTE getting back into their game after getting in trouble with the US government, paying a hefty $1.4 billion to get back into the game, to be able to compete in an area that they were doing pretty darn well in. And then all of this happened. Whether you agree or disagree on what rules were broken with ZTE and the US government, regardless, the punishment was handed out. They took it. They have paid their dues. And now we have news that the ZTE Axon 9 Pro is going to be the real thing. So looking forward to those devices. That's going to be the successor. Both those devices will be the successor devices to the ZTE Axon 7. We will not get an 8. Over at the ZTE RMA website, the numbers that verify those devices are there, and that's what we have right now. So I'm going to be looking forward to that. I don't know how many of you will be, and whether this is a company that can be trusted. So a lot that goes into that. The Note 9, it's here. You got a Bluetooth enabled pen that will have some functionality that the previous S Pen on the Note 8 did not have, or any of the other Notes for that matter. Control PowerPoint to advance slides, play or advance songs in your music player, switch camera modes, and set a remote shutter. Use apps like Spotify, which have universal controls. So that's something to be looking forward to. I'm trying to get my car parked here. Okay, I'm gonna park behind this truck. Screen size is going to be a tad bit bigger than the Note 8, 6.4 inch compared to 6.3 inch. Maybe I'll go up a little bit more. Fingerprint reader now below the cameras where it should have been in the first place. I don't know if you want to look at the back of that truck or not. I'm going to switch it right there. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should turn it around. No, I'll leave it right there. Bigger battery. We're going from a 3,300 milliamp to a 4,000. Storage, 128 gig, 6 gig of RAM, 512 gig internal storage with 8 gig of RAM. So you got two variants. I think where they made the mistake is not making a 64 gig variant with at least 4 to 6 gig of RAM. They should have given us that option. I think it's going to hurt them financially. That's my opinion. Just having 128. I know we've been asking for more storage. I know we've been asking for a bigger battery. but not given that option financially, you know what? You're being forced to buy these two devices with a lot more RAM and a lot more storage, and you can expand that storage to an extra terabyte. That's cool. But if given the option and having to pay a little less, I think Samsung does better with the consumer. Options are always great. Options, right? Choices. And I really feel, I don't even want to say feel, I really know in my mind that given that option, the Note 9 is going to do better financially down the road, especially for a lot of you that were waiting for this device, but you're not going to get that 64 gig variant, which is plenty of storage, especially if you get to expand that up to a terabyte as well. Okay, but that's what we have: 128, 6 gig of RAM, 512, 8 gig of RAM. It's monster storage, faster processor. We have an 845 instead of an 835, and we have Android 8.1 instead of Android 8.0, like my wife has and my son has on their Note 8s. I have two Note 8s in the home with them. Don't need one myself. I had one, but I don't have it anymore. So I have my Samsung Galaxy S9 Plus, which is even more so now a device that I would love to just hang on to, that I was going to use to trade up. That's an option that you'll get to choose for yourself on whether you're going to want the Note 9 or not. You could trade up. You can do a 2-year plan with your carrier, or you can just buy it outright. Maybe sell a few devices and buy it outright, whatever you want to do. But there's a lot of reasons right now that I've given you on what makes this different than the Note 8 or any of the S-series devices that came out this last year. And but are they enough? You know, the cameras are going to be that much better. You do have 4K 60 frames per second. I'm assuming we're going to have a time limit on that, on how long you can actually shoot video in 4K 60 frames per second, but I could be wrong. Hopefully they don't. You know, a lot of us want to wait for what's going to be announced down the road as we go into fall and winter with Apple devices. We got 3 iPhones coming out. We have the OnePlus 6T coming out, the ZTE Axon 9/9 Pro coming, the Razer Phone 2, the Google Pixel 3 and the Google Pixel 3 XL, which we're already starting to know a lot about. The wow factor on that device is pretty much going out the window as well. So, but there's a lot of devices to look forward to. Some of us want to wait a couple months to see what the reviews are going to be like with the Note 9, and is it, you know, especially if you utilize the S Pen, is the functionality with the S Pen really going to be worth that upgrade? Are you better off with your Note 8? Are you better off with your Samsung Galaxy S9, your S9 Plus? Or are you better off with any other device that you may have still in hand? So let me know. What are you going to do? Stay pat? Stay put? Are you going to pre-order? Did you already pre-order? Are you trading up? Are you buying it outright? Are you getting a Samsung Galaxy Note 9 on a 2-year installment plan with your carrier? Are you going to wait to look at all these other devices that are going to be coming out? Or are you just going to wait till next year to see what Samsung's going to surprise us with when it comes to the new Note and, yes, the final Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus? After that, we're not going to have a Plus device in the S series. So, financially, it may not be worth it, especially if you're really digging your Note 8. And like me right now, really digging my S9 Plus for what it is. Just maybe not enough there with the S Pen. It's Bluetooth enabled. Yes, you get the extra functionality. I don't know if to me, that's just something I'm going to utilize. I'm used to all the functionality being right there on my device. I don't know if I'm going to really use my S Pen for that. So, I don't know. Anyway, I'm out. God bless. Have a great day. Till my next video. This is my Project 13. I am out.